It was a dark, quiet morning. 3 days had passed since Jesus had been crucified. His followers, his disciples, were heartbroken and lost. They didn't understand how everything could have gone so wrong. Their friend, their teacher, their hope had been taken from them. Jesus, the one they believed would save them, was gone. But little did they know, this was only the beginning of a new chapter. On the morning of the third day, some women who were close to Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome, went to his tomb. They brought spices to anoint his body, as was the custom. The road was quiet, and their hearts were heavy. They were grieving, unsure of what to expect. But when they arrived at the tomb, something shocking happened. The heavy stone that had been rolled in front of the tomb was gone. The tomb was open, and inside there was no body, just an empty space. As they stood there confused and afraid, suddenly a figure appeared. It was an angel glowing with light. "Why are you looking for the living among the dead?" the angel asked. "He is not here. He has risen, just as he said he would." The women couldn't believe what they were hearing. Their sorrow turned into wonder. They ran to tell the disciples the incredible news. As they shared the news, two of the disciples, Peter and John, rushed to the tomb to see for themselves. They found it just as the women had said. The stone was rolled away, and the grave was empty. They stood there staring at the empty tomb, trying to understand. But the true miracle was still ahead. Later that day, as the disciples gathered together, still unsure of what had happened, a figure appeared in their midst. It was Jesus, alive, standing before them. At first, they didn't recognize him, but when he spoke to them, they knew it was him. Their joy and amazement were overwhelming. Jesus had defeated death. He was alive. He told them to not be afraid and reminded them that everything had happened just as it was meant to. His death had been necessary to bring forgiveness. And now, through his resurrection, he was offering them new life, hope, and the promise of eternal life with him. Jesus' resurrection wasn't just about him being alive again. It was about the hope he gave to all of humanity. It showed that no darkness, no death, no sorrow was too strong for God to overcome. It was a message that no matter how impossible things might seem, there's always hope because God has the final word. And so, because of Jesus' resurrection, everything changed. Fear and death were no longer the final word. The Easter story tells us that life always has the chance to be renewed, that even in our hardest moments, there is always hope. Easter is the story of new beginnings. It's a reminder that no matter how broken or lost we might feel, Jesus is always offering us a fresh start. Just as he rose from the dead, we too can rise, with him, into new life. And that is the good news of Easter, the resurrection of Jesus. The hope that through him, we can have a new life, full of purpose, love, and eternal hope. This Easter story is a celebration of that hope and the promise that no matter what we face, we are never truly alone.